in the first component in Selenium is WebDriver. So in this WebDriver, first way what we are doing, we are going to work with the methods and the locators. So methods are nothing but operations, and the locators are nothing but properties of object. So in Java, first thing is in Java, when you want to print a statement in Java, what is the function we use?
System.out.println.
Yes. Print a statement. In Java, we use .println. Next, to comment a single line in Java, we use double slash.
Asterisk,
Slash. Okay.
slashes.
To comment for multiple lines, we use slash
Slash and star.
And ends with star slash.
Star and
Star slash. Okay. Now, so when you want to perform the operations, first we need to install the Eclipse. Do you have Eclipse in your system?
yeah, I do.
Eclipse, Java, JRE, JDK, right?
Yeah.
So we need to have your Java, JRE, JDK, and in Eclipse, we're going to create a project, package, and a class. Project, package, and a class. So what is the difference between project, package, and a class?
Package contains the class.
So project, package, class. Class is nothing but we'll say it as collection of objects, or we can also say combination of data members and member functions. So whatever the variable we are declared inside the method, inside the class is called data member, and the functions which are declared inside the class is called as a member functions. So you can say it is a single class or single program, is called as a class. Okay. Now packages is nothing but collection of
class
programs or classes. Okay, collection of classes. Package is nothing but collection of packages, or you can say it as modules. See it as? So example, if you go for example, Yahoo page is your project. Package is inbox is a package. And the class is nothing but username or something like a radio buttons. Button is a program. Okay. So if you write a single program, that becomes button. Button is a program. Okay. So this is the example for that. So first what we're doing is we are going to create a project, package, and a class inside the Eclipse itself. Okay. Now to get these methods and locators, we need to have a jar file called as. So to get the methods using WebDriver, we need to download Selenium server standalone 2.53.53.0 .jar file. Okay, madam. .jar file.
Okay.
Jar file and import into project. So what we need to do, we need to download the jar file. We need to set that path in that jar file into your project whenever you're creating a new project.
Okay.
You can create any number of classes or any number of packages in a project itself. Okay. So whenever you're creating a new, for example, today you created a package 1, tomorrow you're going to create package 2. Then no need to add jar file every time. Once you add the jar file to a project, you can, this jar file will be supported for all the packages in the class for the required project. Okay, for the required project. So that will see that I will send that jar file in chart itself, so that you can download, you can set up in your system itself. Okay,
Okay.
this is the jar file. Now, so what are the methods and locators? Methods are nothing but operations. What kind of operations we are going to perform in a window or web? For example, see, we'll see you have, for example, you have a Yahoo page or Amazon pages here. So if you want to open a page, or if you want to maximize the page, or if you can, we can use minimizing the closing the window, getting the title of the page, what title we are going to get. We can get the URL, what page you've been opening, URL of the page. You can maximize, minimizing option is not there, but we can use in Windows applications. So maximizing, close, some windows, if you want to open multiple browsers, and if you want to close all the browsers, we use quit. There are different kinds of methods are there. The first method is get method, madam. Get is to invoke an application, or to call an application, So when you want to work with Amazon page, you need to have some method. Without the method, you cannot we cannot call the application. So if you want to work with this method, we need to create an object. In Java, object oriented programming language, so we need to create any object, and using that object you can call the class, you can call any application. So here get is a method to invoke an application or to call an application. So syntax is object dot get. You need to place the URL inside the open bracket and close bracket. Okay, madam. Next example is object. I will tell you what is meant by object later. For the time being, just use object dot get http://google.com. This is the page which you want to work on that. Okay, so this is syntax for getting the navigations. Now, similarly, there is one more function to get the invoke an application, that is navigate.to URL. So this is also to invoke an application, or to call an application, So syntax is object dot navigate dot to URL. You may ask me, sir, when do we use get and when you use navigate? There is no priority for that, ma'am. We can use any way. We can use either navigate or you can use get method. There is no particular element to open the page or not. So we can use get or navigate. There is no difference in that. Okay. So dot. So we use to get to invoke an application or to call an application. So example is object dot navigate dot to So whatever the page you want to mention, you need to mention the google.com. Okay, madam. So this is a second method which you want to.
We don't have any semicolon.
Yeah. I'm not giving out, madam. Actually, we have semicolons. That's mandatory in Eclipse.
Yes.
Just I'm not giving here, so you can use it. Okay, na? So you can use it. Okay. Actually, one more thing we need to have is one more point we should mention is there should be a delimiter at the end of the statement. Okay, Java supports delimiter at the end of the statement. Semicolon. Okay, it's a mandatory. Okay, madam. So now,
Yeah.
so the get method, navigate method. I want to maximize my window, maximizing window, maximize. So to maximize the current window, current window. So syntax is object dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay, so this is the, so you are going to manage the window by maximizing it. Manage is a function which is used to on working on windows. Navigate is to open the page, close the page, those things. Those are all navigate functions. These are all minimizing, maximizing, closing. Those will comes under manage functions. Okay. So object dot manage dot window dot maximizing. That is a syntax for maximizing the window. Okay, madam. Next one is get a title, madam. Get a title. So for example, if you want to open a page like Google page, something like, okay, Google page. See on the top, you can find this is the title, madam. Okay, na?
Title.
Google.com, that is the title. If you want to get the title, we use get title. So to get the current page title, so syntax we can use in two ways. One is directly we can use system dot out dot println object dot get title. Okay, this is the first method, madam. Okay, and other method is we can store that in a string and you can print that string also. So how use something like string a equal to object dot get title. So system dot out dot println a.
A.
So if you give quotations, what is the difference between giving the quotations and not giving? If I give quotations inside the bracket, what will be printed?
It will print only A.
A printed. So if you are not giving any
Yeah.
quotations, the value which is present
will-
in A, it will print out.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So this is for printing the get title of the page. Next one is get the current URL. Get the current URL. So to get the current page URL. So syntax is object, so system dot out dot println object dot get current URL. Get current URL. So or we can do another one is just string b equal to d dot get current URL. So system dot out dot println b. Okay, madam. That's using the method. We are going to for get method. Next, I want to move next page. I want to go to the next page. Forward. We want to go to the previous page. Back. So use forward method. To move to next page or window. So syntax is object dot navigate dot forward. Navigate dot forward. Now we'll go for next one is back method. There's the next one is back method. So to move to previous page, window. So syntax is object dot navigate dot back. navigate dot back. Okay. Next, 8th one. I want to close my window, current window. Okay. To close the current window. Close the current window. So syntax is direct. You can use object dot close, madam. Okay. Object dot close. Okay. Next one is quit function. Quit function. So to close all the browsers or pages. Okay. So for example, you open Gmail, Yahoo, Reddit, Flipkart. If you want to close all the browsers, we use all the pages. We use quit function to close all the browsers or pages. We use quit.
Wait.
So syntax would be, syntax is object dot quit. Object dot quit. Okay. Next. Next one is, we use a function called find element, madam. Find element. For example, if you open a page like Yahoo page, right? So Yahoo page, okay. Or Google page. I want to find out the property. I want to find out the object property, right? Or I want to get the property of a particular object, Google search, or I want to get the property of a particular link. In that case, we used to have your find element. Okay, find element to capture a particular element from the current window, So to get a particular element from the window, we use find element, man. We use a find element. So like syntax would be, just I'll explain you later, ma'am, once you get find element actually. So we use object dot find element of, by is a method, by dot, we need to mention your locator, name of the locator, dot, we use operation. What operations you want to do, you can perform the operations. So example is object dot find element of by dot id, name of the id is Gmail, dot click is the operation. Okay, madam, is the operation.
Okay.
So what I'm doing, I'm going to find a particular element by using a method by. The method of the locator of that element is ID. The name of the locator is Gmail. And what operations I'm going to perform? Click is an operation. So in the Google page, I'm going to find an element by method ID, and name of that element is Gmail, and I want to perform the operations click. Okay, so this is the syntax. Once you get the find element, I'll show you. Okay, so this is example for this. Now 11th one is find elements, man. Find elements. For example, in this window, I want to get the number of links in this page. I want to get the number of text boxes or number of buttons. If you want to count the number of elements, or if you want to capture multiple elements, in that case, we used to go for find elements. Okay, find elements to capture number of elements from the current window. You may ask me, sir, when do we use this find element? So when you want to count number of links, drop down elements, radio buttons, check boxes, in that case we used to go for find elements. See, I want to get this number of links, or I want to get these links, or else I want to get in this page how many buttons are there. So in that case, we used to go with the find elements. Okay, so find elements. So syntax is object dot find elements of by dot locator, name of the locator. So if you want, we can perform it later, that I will show you. So this is syntax, madam. So that's syntax is so it's not an example. Object dot find elements of by dot id links. So how many links are there? I'm going to get that with id and I'm going to store it in a variable and I'm going to print that variable. Okay. So we used to go with the find elements. Got it?
Yeah.
So get method, navigate to method, forward, refresh, maximize, get title, get current URL. Next, close.
I think you did not say the refresh one.
Yeah, coming. Find element, find element. Okay. Now we'll see. The next one is refresh. So to refresh the current page. So you know these methods, huh?
No.
So object dot navigate dot, you can use refresh or directly you can use object dot refresh also. So object dot navigate dot refresh.
Refresh.
So these are all the methods which comes under. We have one more method is also there, madam. That is the third. Next one is get a page source. Get a page source is also one of the functions there. So you want, for example, in this page, I want to get whether the Gmail link is present or not, or for some text link from some particular text, Selenium, some text is present or not. In that case, we used to go for get a page source to check whether the particular text is present in the window or not. In that case, we used to go for get page source. But when you capture it, that will be displayed in the form of HTML. You won't get the text value. You'll get the HTML source code. Okay, madam? HTML source code. So to get a particular element, or to check or
Hello.
yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Or else we can store it in a variable C, madam. Get C question C equal to D dot get a page source. Okay, get a page source. Now I'm going to use system dot out dot println of C. Okay, so this is how we are going to get the value.
One second. What is the difference between find element and get page source?
See, ma'am. See, that's I'm saying on a get a page source is whether the element is present or not. It will check the condition.
Okay.
Find element is to get that element. Which element you want to capture that. That's all. We are going to perform their operations here. There only. Dot click, dot send keys. We use some operations there. But here we are not performing. Just I'm going to check the condition. That's all. Whether the element existing or not. Okay, na?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all the different methods which you are going to use in your Selenium WebDriver. Now the locators, next one is comes under locators. What are the different kinds of locators we are having? Locators. What are the different kinds of locators we have? Locators are nothing but object properties. Object properties. What are the different kinds of object properties we are having? The first property is ID. Second one is name, class name, tag name, link text, XPath, CSS locator. So these are all the properties of an object. Every object will have a property. For example, you consider as a man. Man is an object. Man have multiple properties. Color, height, okay, name, designation. These are all the properties of a particular man, right? If you go for an object like pen, pen have multiple properties. Color of the pen. Next, height of the pen, width of the pen, model number, manufacturing date. All these will comes under properties. So when you go for a particular button or text box or radio button, these buttons will also have their properties. It may be ID, unique number, name, name of the type, name of that element, tag name, which starts with the tag name /a or something like that. I'll show you. Next, link text, name of that element, XPath, whole, or we will call it as an address of the entire element. Next, CSS locator, like properties, color, height, width, all these are all the properties of a particular object. Unique number or name of that element. Unique number, you can say it as unique number. Next, name or class name. We can go with name or class name. Name of the element. Tag name starts with the double slash, starts with a and ends with the a, or starts with the option or ends with the option. Next, starts with the input and ends with the input. Okay, madam, ends with the input. In that case, we used to go with the tag name. So actually, tag name is to capture multiple elements. Okay, like links, radio buttons, check boxes. In that case, we used to go with the tag name. Okay.
Yeah.
Link text to get the name of the link present in the window. Okay. Gmail, Yahoo, Rediff, the names which are present on the links, those are called link text. Okay, link text. XPath, full address of the element of the captured object, which starts with the double slash or single slash. Okay, madam, which starts with the double slash or which starts with a single slash. So these are all different types of locators which are present in your application. So ID, name, tag name, link text, XPath, CSS locator, properties. See, if you want to give an example, we can give object dot find element of by dot ID, name of that element, like ID is something like register dot click. That is a syntax for ID. Okay, madam, ID. Name of that same thing we can use. We can identify find element of by dot name something like support dot click. So this is a syntax for this. Now tag name starts with the tag name. So we can use, now most important is note this tag name comma xpath are used to capture multiple elements. So when you want to capture multiple elements, in that case, we used to go with the tag name or xpath. Okay, we'll do one thing. Tag name is to capture, used to capture multiple elements, and xpath is if the object property like id comma name comma class name comma are not identified, then we can choose the xpath. You can choose if the object property id name class name are not there, then in that case we used to go for xpath. Okay, we used to go for xpath. So example of xpath is something like it will start with html, madam. html slash div slash tr slash 1 slash td slash 1 slash div slash tr slash. So in that case, this is a whole path, a whole xpath. Actually, this is full address of the required object. Once you come with that, I'll show you. There are different kinds of xpaths are there. One is called relative xpath, and the second one is absolute xpath. Okay, so that will see it out. Okay, na? Okay, so these are all the different kinds of having. Anyway, I'll send this document to you. Okay, these are all the different locators and methods, madam. Okay, na? Now working on different browsers. For example, we are going to work on, first one is Chrome browser. So you may have, the Chrome browser will have a version, right? So the Chrome browser will have a version. So which version? So I'm going for, I want to check this version name. So what is the version? So go to the tools, help, go to the help and click on about Chrome browser. So this is a version, right? What is the version here?
108.
108.9. Every based upon the browser version, you need to download the driver and we need to set the path. So to identify the component of WebDriver in Eclipse, to identify the component of WebDriver in Eclipse, we need to support, or to support the browser, we need to have a driver and we need to set the path. We need to set the path. What is the version of this part here? 108.5. So we need to download the jar file. We need to download the driver file and we need to set the path. Okay, we need to set the path for the Chrome browser. So just go to the Chrome browser. There you search for Chrome driver. Okay, madam. And here you can find a Chrome driver, WebDriver for Chrome. WebDriver for Chrome. Now, when you click on that, here you can find the download latest version. What is your version? 108.
It's 108.
So you need to click on that, right? You need to click on that. And here you can find the different operating systems are there. OS operating, environment resources. So like, so here's Chrome driver, Linux, Mac. Okay, Mac, Windows. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
So this is the thing which we need to download it. This is the thing which we need to download it. Directly will give the path. So what we need to do is go to Chrome browser. Next, search for Chrome driver. Click on a link. Click on a link. So what is the link which we need to click?